Alrighty, so in today's video we are going to be going over something really simple but really cool. How to create an animated gradient background using only CSS. The finished result will look something like this. So as we can see, this is a pretty cool effect that we can use to as the background for our web pages or to put behind some text or for anything really. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, so back in CodePen, the construction of this project is going to be super simple. The only element we're going to have is a body tag with a class of gradient background. And within this tag, you can go ahead and put the content of your page, whatever that is. For now, we're just going to leave it completely empty as we make our background. So we'll go over here to our CSS and we'll start styling. We'll give the body box sizing of border box. And we'll just set the default background color to white here. And then we will target the gradient background specifically, which, I mean, in this case, pretty much the same thing. But we'll make a separate selector for it anyway. So we want to set our background property to linear gradient. And then here we can set the angle and the colors. So we're just going to make this 300 degrees. And then I have a few colors saved here that I think are very pretty together. And that's going to be this nice blue to pink with a little bit of black in the middle. All right, and there we go. We have our little gradient, as you can see, pink, black, and blue. So we'll just go ahead and set our background size to 180%. Now this is just so the background stretches beyond the width of the container. What we have to do actually is make it 180% and 180% twice. And you'll see why in just a second. We'll set the gradient animation. And we'll set it to ease infinite. And then we'll see what that does. All right, so as we can see, pretty much nothing is really happening right now. We just have mainly pink to black. So let's go ahead and change that up. So all we have to do for that is add a keyframes to our gradient animation here. So we're going to say at keyframes gradient animation, and then we'll say at 0%, we want our background position to be 0% to 50%. So what that means is the first 50% of the animation and then for the 50% mark, we will set our background position to 100% and 50%. And this is why we had to set the background size to 180%, as I had said. And then for the final position, we are just going to set our background position to 0% and 50%. Once again, go right back to the start. So there we go. And as you can see, that's about it. Just like that, we have our animated gradient background created using just CSS and just under 20 lines of CSS at that. So that's all I have for you guys today. Quick, short, sweet video. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.